September 2nd, 1666. A tiny spark in a small London bakery erupts into a 4-day inferno that will devour a city and forge an empire. We all know the story, right? A baker named Thomas Fariner forgot to put out his oven on Pudding Lane. A simple accident. The end. But what if I told you the official story is just that? A story. That for every fact we think we know, there are whispers of incompetence, conspiracy, and a city deliberately left to burn. Tonight, we're not just talking about the fire. We're asking what really happened in the Great Fire of London. Our story begins here. Pudding Lane, a cramped, crowded street in the heart of London. The city is a tinderbox, built of wood, pitch, and straw, and it's been a long, dry summer. And here is our baker, Thomas Fariner. He's the king's baker, not some unknown tradesman. Around 1 a.m. on Sunday morning, his bakery is alight. He swears his ovens were out. His family escapes over the rooftops, but their maidservant is too scared to follow. She becomes the fire's first victim. But here's the first thing they don't tell you. The fire shouldn't have been a disaster. Small fires were common, the city had procedures, but on this night, the system failed. Spectacularly, the fire begins to spread. The alarm is raised, and the man in charge, Lord Mayor Thomas Bloodworth, is woken up. His response: "Pish! A woman might piss it out." He dismissed it. He went back to bed. For crucial hours, as the fire jumped from house to house, fanned by a strong easterly wind, there was no leadership, no command. Why the hesitation? The law required the consent of the property owners before their houses could be pulled down to create fire breaks. Bloodworth was terrified of being sued for the damages. He chose paperwork over action, and the fire showed no such hesitation. While the mayor slept, others saw the true danger. A man named Samuel Pepys, a naval administrator and a now famous, watched from his window as the flames created what he called a most horrid, malicious, bloody flame. Pepys understood the scale of the catastrophe. He took a boat down the River Thames to see the horror up close. Everybody endeavoring to remove their goods and flinging them into the river. Poor people staying in their houses as long as till the very fire touched them, and then running into boats, or clambering from one pair of stairs by the waterside to another. It's Pepys who bypasses the useless mayor. He goes directly to the king. It's here the story takes another turn you might not know. King Charles II and his brother, James, Duke of York, take personal command. They ride through the streets, handing out money, organizing firefighting teams, and giving the order the mayor wouldn't. Pull down the houses, they are hailed as heroes. But as the fire rages, the city descends into madness. With no enemy to fight, the people invent one. A terrifying rumor spreads, like the fire itself. This is no accident. It's a foreign plot. They blame the French. They blamed the Dutch, but most of all, they blamed the Catholics. Mobs roam the streets, attacking anyone who looks foreign. People confess under torture to starting the fire, confessions that are completely baseless. A simple-minded French watchmaker named Robert Hubert is even hanged for the crime. Despite overwhelming evidence, he wasn't even in the country when the fire started. The need for a scapegoat was that strong. After 4 days, the wind finally died down. The fire was out. The devastation was almost unbelievable. 80% of the walled city was gone. 13,200 houses, 87 churches, St. Paul's Cathedral, all destroyed. But here's the final, crucial part of the story. The fire gave London a chance to be reborn. From the ashes rose the genius of one man, Sir Christopher Wren. He rebuilt the churches. He designed the iconic dome of St. Paul's that we know today. Streets were widened, houses were rebuilt in brick and stone, not wood. The Great Fire of London, a tragedy born of incompetence and panic, directly led to the creation of the modern, resilient city we see today. So what really happened? A baker's spark, yes, but it was fueled by a mayor's pride, fanned by public hysteria, and ultimately, it cleared the way for a king's vision. The Great Fire wasn't just a disaster. It was the violent birth of a new world capital. The story isn't just about what was lost, but everything that was gained in its place. What are your thoughts? Do you believe it was just an accident? Or was there more to the story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed diving deep into the mysteries of the past, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon, so you don't miss our next investigation. See you next time.